Apple earnings nearly doubled in the March quarter, thanks largely to stronger than expected iPhone sales, beating Wall Street estimates and driving the stock up in after-hours trading. Hi there, I'm Lauren Rutzer in San Francisco, and I'm here with MarketWatch technology editor Dan Gallagher, who just got off the call. So Dan, did they mention anything more about iPhone sales on the call today?
Well, it was clearly a very strong period for the iPhone in March. You know, they launched it in China. They were still coming off some very strong demand from the U.S. launch in October. Tim Cook called it a monstrous January, was his term for it. They had a lot of action in that month. So it was a big period. They hit 35 million, more than 35 million units shipped, which was higher than the street was expecting. So a very strong period for that, and that is their key product, more than half their revenues. So that is the main thing that you're seeing affecting the shares right now.
Now, did they mention anything about the iPad? I know that sales came in towards the lower end of estimates. Did they mention anything on the call?
They're still working to catch up on supply in that product. We saw the new iPad launch very late in the quarter. They seem to do better at meeting supply than maybe they did the last time around. They had a lot more supply in there, but I think they're still sort of chasing demand. They mentioned that on the call. So the sales of about 11.8 million units were on the low side of where people were expecting, but they seemed very bullish about how well that product's doing and said they sell as many as they can make. So there doesn't seem to be a lot of concern right now about how the product is doing overall.
Okay, so over the last 2 weeks, shares of the stock have fallen about 13%. They were popped after the report came out today. Do you expect that this will continue? Shares will continue to go up, they'll recover what they lost, or is this kind of just a short-term blip on the chart?
It's hard to say. You know, their overall business looks very healthy, and so the stock has had already a really strong run this year, and I think that's part of why you saw a correction over the last couple weeks, as you see some profit taking on that. There are some questions that you have to ask, since it trades primarily on the iPhone, and because most people aren't expecting to see the iPhone 5 until sometime in the fall, you could have almost 2 quarters of no iPhone news or no new iPhone products in this that would act as a catalyst for the stock. So it's worth asking, is there going to be something to drive the stock in these next few months? You know, we'll probably see a pop tomorrow on these results. They're good results, and nobody expects their business to melt down between the next iPhone launch. But it's fair to ask, are there going to be items to actually push those shares higher in that time? We don't really know that yet.
Okay, great. Thanks very much, Dan. I've been talking with Dan Gallagher, MarketWatch's technology editor, and in San Francisco, I'm Lauren Rutzer.